Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Destination X. It's the exit interview. Welcome to Milan, Josh Martinez.
Oh, Johnny! I will never visit Milan. I promise you that. Milan is off the bucket list. Never
You,
going.
you haven't yet.
Oh,
You haven't.
dude. How did I fuck that up?
All right. Let's go back. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time here. So we meet Allie. She's a lover based on the tattoo. She takes off the goggles, and these goggles are apparently are a very trying time. We'll get to the goggles involved. Allie takes off her goggles. She meets Big Brother winner. Challenge never mentioned. The challenge, you know that show. Never mentioned the challenge. Big Brother winner Josh Martinez. She's in love for 5 minutes. You're her man, and then old Jeffrey Dean Morgan shows up with the Marlboro Red, and you're
There
out of there.
goes there I go. Um,
What is that, Josh
yeah,
Martinez?
dude. I mean, it was pretty funny. I mean, production knew what they were doing. It's right across from each other, and that's the first thing I see. Like, they're like, "What's your type?" I'm like,
Yeah.
brunette, short, blue eyes, like describes my ideal girl, and I see Allie sitting across from me. But no, yeah, she's a beautiful girl, very dope. And like once I started vibing with her, she's just so easy. She was one of my favorite people on that bus. At the time, we just connected and we hit it off pretty quickly. But yeah, no, she's definitely what I will say about Allie is even though it was short-lived and I was there for a little bit of time, she was definitely somebody that I was vibing with. And I think that something could have happened, but now it's in the what if. We don't know. We'll never know, I guess.
Oh, I had money because the cast, came out for the show. They're hyping it up, and I'm just like, oh, Josh is gonna seal the deal. I don't know what Janae's status is with her Love Island dude, but if it's up for grabs, I feel like Josh Martinez is in with old alley oop.
I'm telling you something. I think things would have gotten really messy with me on that bus. For either showman's purposes or listen, 6 weeks in a bus is a long time. I was there less than a week and it felt like I was there a month. So shit definitely would
Yeah,
have gotten, but I will never know. Allie's definitely somebody to keep an eye on. She's gonna be in showmances, she's gonna be gaming. She's somebody that I see staying in the reality space for sure because she's fun.
And Josh,
so
sorry, real quick, Johnny, my question for you is what was your expectations going into this show and going into this season? Did you have anything? Did you know what you're getting yourself into?
I had no idea. I had no idea. I had got home. I was filming this Spanish show for Telemundo, and I got home and I saw the email, and they had reached out to me like a month, probably like a month. I was filming this show, so I didn't have my phone, and I went through my emails and I saw NBC, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in. I just didn't know the turnaround was a week out from me getting home. So I was like, listen, I don't know if you're still interested, but I want to do it. And it happened, everything happened in less than a week, like so fast. So they're like, yeah, we still want you, like if you're game. So I signed a contract, and the next thing I know, I'm on a plane and I was out there. So I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But I heard trapped on a bus traveling, you have to figure out where you're at, 250K. And I was like, sign me up. And then the
we're
offer
good.
that they gave me wasn't bad. So we love NBC.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, we love. I don't know if you saw the season 50 cast of Survivor. FCBS. So we are very pro NBC over here.
Dude, I think everybody's pro NBC here. No, I love NBC,
Yes.
I love CBS, but
The,
yeah.
the cock is bringing the reality.
What was that?
The cock is bringing the reality, Josh Martinez. I mean, starting next week, I'm 6 nights a week, 6 nights a week in on Love Island, all in.
Oh,
Destination X every Tuesday night. We're good. Every
yeah.
Wednesday night. Where are we at?
Dude,
What's
that's
today?
I was
Who's to
saying I
say?
was saying this
Every
earlier.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I was saying this earlier in another interview. Like, besides the fact that, like, Destination X seemed like the adventure of a fucking lifetime for me. Like, NBC's where you want to be at right now. Like, thankfully, this has turned into a career for me, and NBC is just doing it right, dude. Like, every single show they're
Traitors,
putting
House
out,
of
it's
Villains,
a hit. It's a
everything.
hit. It's a hit.
Yeah,
Everything's a hit.
yeah.
So I was just so honored and I was so grateful that they've even were like interested in me. I was like, hell yeah. Like, throw me on everything.
All right. So tell us about the goggles. Like, so the goggles is a big deal in the previews coming into the season. It's presented as kind of a big deal on the show. I felt it was kind of like a nothing burger. Like, it's just like
Okay.
I was envisioning like VR and the goggles and some crazy stuff. It's not. It's just blinders. You take them off, and it's just like. But at
Donnie,
the
you
same
can't see
time, I'm just like, I get that. I'm claustrophobic, like, like the casket challenges and stuff like that. Just sitting there with goggles, I'd be like, all right, I tap, I'm good. It's the
yeah.
worst, right?
No, it was awful. It was hard because even like when we get off of the bus, we have like, you have headphones on, you have the goggles on, so you're completely like your sight, everything's, I mean, gone. You're really in the dark. So it sucked, but I didn't know I was claustrophobic until I got on the bus and I was 3 days in and I was like, I think the first night that I went to sleep and I could literally reach my hand and touch Biggie, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be hard.
Especially if that's who you get to touch.
Dude, yeah, I'm like Biggie's right
Like,
across me.
where's Allie?
I'm like Biggie's across from me. Rick's down, literally. But like it was just too. We were crammed in there, dude. So it was hard to adapt to the circumstances of being on the bus. That was definitely for me that had experience in TV. That was pretty tough for me.
Yeah,
And I'm
no, I'm
a
not even a
hyperactive. I
bunk
can't.
bed kind of guy. So you're talking, yeah. So it's a lot. So, well, you threw out Rick's name just now. Watching the episode, you have to feel that Rick had good intentions.
Watching the episode, you feel that, and I think he did. Listen, in that instance, I think he did. I don't think he had bad intent. I didn't trust Rick, and I don't know why I trusted what he said. I don't know what the hell went through my bro. I have never drawn a blank like that in my life, and I went blank.
You
Like,
had Rome.
dude, I went to sleep knowing that I was in Rome. I had a gut feeling that I was in Rome, dude. It was like God talking to me from the heavens, and I still didn't go with it. So that's my biggest lesson. Trust your gut. But I think I don't listen. I'm not blaming Rick for my exit. I was the idiot
Well,
that
you
messed.
did.
Oh, so this was my intent. So this was my intent with that. My intent with that was I wanted to. You've played these games, Johnny. You know when there's a target, it's good for everybody else that's not the target. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to draw attention. One, I already saw the game that he was playing. He was doing his rounds. I'm talking about we're 3 days on the bus. Rick is having one-on-ones with everybody, 5 minutes each, jumping each person. I'm like, bro, you're gaming. And I never felt a connection with him. So I was like, I don't trust him. And I just wanted to open people's eyes to like the game that he was playing. So I was like, how do I do it? I just blow up his game right now. And that was my intent to draw attention to Rick to try to help the people that I felt connected to and give them a little bit of a chance of like, getting by,
Yeah.
which was like Biggie, Shane, Ali, and Tay, and even Kim. So I wanted them to target Rick.
Well, Josh, my question
That's
for you
fair.
too is with Milan being on northern side and Rome being southern, why didn't you just meet in the middle? Like, why did you go full bore up in Milan?
That was my one strategy. That was my
That
one
was the
strategy to
correct one.
go. I'm telling you, dude, I don't know what the hell happened to me, bro. Till this day, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, why did I completely go blank and like timed out and like, I was such an idiot. But that was my strategy. If I wasn't certain on a place, I was gonna go in the middle, and I didn't even do that. What threw everybody off? What everybody thought that we were in Milan was we were driving down the bus one day, and I know that this didn't make the episode. Why I found this out earlier, but we were driving down, and we were driving for hours, 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 and the window like opens and we look out and we're on a hillside. We're literally on a hillside and all you see is houses in the distance, but it looked like Tuscany or it looked like something like that. Like we were in the mountains and we could feel going up
Yeah.
and down and up and down for hours. After that, we probably drove for another 2 days, but your mind is playing so many
Yeah.
games that everybody was like, oh, we didn't go that far. That's why we're in Milan. That's why all of those people, besides the clue, thought we were in Milan. So, but I
Sure.
I was an idiot. I was an absolute idiot, especially in a water well. Like, what the hell am I doing thinking that a water well's in Milan? But I do, dude, I think I was just a little I don't want to say this, but I think I was just a little burnt out. I think I did one too many boom, 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 and I wasn't recovered from the last show I did, and I was just like my brain was a little fried, if I'm being honest.
So going in as the gamer that I am and you are, like I'm a kind of a broad stroke guy, and I'm just like, okay, so they have me from reality TV, but they have a lot of kind of normal people. If you're broad stroking this thing, if you're in Rome or if you're in Italy, you're in Rome. If you're in Paris or if you're in France, you're in Paris. They're not doing deep cuts on season 1.
Yeah, yeah. So that's exactly, dude, I'm telling you, that's exactly what I thought too, which all these things went through my mind.
And then right before you go out, Rick's like, hey, knock that.
Dude, literally, fair play. I wish that wasn't the case. I can't even make up a lie right now to tell you that that's not what happened. I was set. Even the producers, they come up to you like a few hours before, like, hey, where do you think you're at? And I was like, Rome. I'm in Rome. Like, I'm in Rome. And
great.
Dude, no,
nothing to worry about. We're good.
I sat in front of the map and I was like, Milan. I'm like, it's just, I can't write this shit, bro. I can't write this shit. And even now, I'm like, why the fuck did I choose Milan?
So another question I have for you too is,
it was a Josh Martinez moment.
So it was a Josh Martinez dumbass moment. Yeah, that was a dumb moment, dude.
We've seen you on Big Brother, we've seen you on the challenge, and now we've seen you on here. Out of those three, and I know your time on this show was short, can you compare it at all to those other shows you've been on, or is it's totally different thing? There's nothing related.
Besides the strategy aspect of like playing with teams, playing with alliances, strategizing, backstabbing, throwing people off, that's the same thing. This is a completely different game, and it's a way more fast-paced game. Way more fast. I mean, the challenge is way slower than this. You have days off, somebody goes to elimination, you kind of get to chill. This was very much fast paced, and it's kind of you versus you. So it's like it's you trying to figure out where the hell you're at. So if you don't win the challenges, you got to go based off of the relationships that you formed, and you got to trust that. So very quickly, you have to build relationships, adjust, and kind of like it's a very, very fast paced game. So yeah, you could say the strategy aspect, but no, it's a whole different game. It does have similarities, but I think that's exactly what drew me to it. That I was like, okay, this is like nothing I've ever done. But once you're in there, dude, it's tough. I'm excited. Like, am I bummed? Obviously, I wanted to do really well. I never signed up for these things to go out first. Let's be real here.
No one does.
Even if I didn't win, I wanted to have the full experience. So that's what I'm bummed about. But I'm excited to see how it plays out for everybody else. It's gonna be a hit, dude. It's gonna be a good show. And the first episode was edited beautifully. It was so good.
It was amazing. So two quick things before we have to let you go. Rick has to be a potential odds-on favorite. Like we're learning that it's first revealed he's a bird watcher, and I'm like, okay, and then it's just like, oh, wait a second. There are birds native to certain areas to where this is literally a superpower. And then later we learn he was a negotiator. It's like, what is going on with CIA Rick?
Dude, and I knew something was up with Rick, bro. I just knew. I'm like, this guy's not telling the full story. He's like, yeah, no. Well, he told us that he owned a restaurant and was like a baker or some shit like that. I don't think he said he was a bird watcher. Right?
No, I don't think he mentioned that to you.
Yeah, I don't remember him saying that. He's like, oh, I have a restaurant and a little diner or some shit like that. I was like,
Birdwatcher's huge on this show.
With me, bro. I was like, I felt that Rick was hiding some stuff, but Rick's somebody to keep an eye on. I'll tell you that much. Rick is definitely somebody to keep an eye on.
All right, and lastly, Jeffrey Dean Morgan says he's buying you fondue. You want
I think Jonny might have froze there. Yeah, I think we lost Jonny for a second. I think he's asking what did you and him drink at when you guys went out for drinks after that?
We did not get the beer from Jeffrey Dean. I wish we did not. He had to hit the show running, bro. Literally, I got off of that bus and then we're moving on to the next destination, just like you see it. So I did not. So Jeffrey, wherever you are in the world, you owe me a beer, bro. You owe me a beer. You owe me a few. But yeah, no, I definitely traveled a little bit after and then I came home.
Yeah. Jonny, I think you're breaking up pretty bad on our end, but I will lead us out of here because I know Josh, you got to run. I just want to say one last thing. Josh, I was in the crowd for Big Brother 19 when you won the finale. I was there. You can see me behind your family, your sister and your mom. So if you ever go back and watch it, look for me. I'm right there in the crowd. They show me there. So this is full circle moment for me right now. So
you just made me cry.
I know. I was right there. I was right next to
my
Paul's
eyes just
parents.
got watery. That is full circle. That is crazy, man.
I waited 10 hours outside just to get in, and I was one of the 3 fans that got to get in and be there for the finale. Even went to the after party, but didn't get to see you. So,
oh my god,
yeah,
dude, that is wild. That is so.
I could tell you a whole story about that day, man, but we'll do that for another time because I know you got to run.
I'll have to hear it. I'll have to hear it, dude. But thank you so much for having me, Jonny. You're always fun, man, and that made my day. So thank you. That's
awesome.
Crazy.
Awesome. All right, brother. We appreciate you, and hopefully we'll see you on another show here soon.
Very soon, buddy. Take care.
All right. Thank you.